Well, 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 well. Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Round Beer Review. It's another Saturday night live stream. We're partially done our boards behind me. We got to do this wall still, and then I'm done. The good thing about this wall is this wall is plaster, so my electrical is not behind the wall; it's in front of the wall, so I don't have as much to worry about on this side. I can just go, just bang, 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 and be done. No glue, no nothing, just bang, 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 bang. That's where we're at. So Brian is going to be joining us, possibly. We have Jules.
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing at all. Just got done work, was shoving some food down my face before I went live. That's about it, really.
What fine cuisine? What haute cuisine did stuff?
Well, my wife had made me some pad thai for my lunches, so I had to try that.
You lucky fucker.
Now I have corn on the cob with it because they're having hot dogs and corn on the cob. They had me barbecue as soon as I got home, and
nice, mate. Nice. You'll be very proud of your little Wisconsin buddy. I've upgraded my lager. Don't judge or judge. We have a Mexican cerveza called Cruz Blanca, Mexico
nice.
Calling Lager Especial.
I can almost guarantee you that Brian has Michelob Ultra.
I do, but I have other stuff.
Do you?
Yeah.
What are
you guys drinking?
He was just showing us his Mexican style lager.
It's a
How does that sound? I'm trying a whole new setup today.
It's a Mexican lager, a lager especial, 4.7%. Cerveza Cruz Blanca, which is a novelty to yours. What about you, Chad?
I'm going to be drinking, to start with, a Daub Dark.
Dab, I adore Dab. Their straight lager is got one of the most beautiful malty flavors that I've yet to find surpassed.
What do you think of my wall there, Brian?
Looks pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a new mic and camera, so.
We can't hear you amazingly that far away, but we can still hear you.
How long did that take, Chad?
Maybe the burning took the most time, and that was maybe an hour. Like it's about a minute aboard.
Right. It looks good, mate. I love that natural color the burn gives it.
The when I was there, because I was just going. I liked the thicker, like when I did out by the stairs, I did it with 1x4s, and I wanted the thicker look, so I went with fence boards. I was going with spruce fence because spruce is cheap. Sure. And I was going through the spruce fence pickets, and like there was contractors there that were using it for other things, and they're like, "You're taking all the shitty wood." I go, "This is what I want." They're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I don't want it to be clean. I'm burning it. I'm doing this with it." So I wanted to have like the green. I wanted to have the divots. I wanted to have the rot. That's the stuff I wanted to have.
It's called character, mate. You want the character. Yeah, I agree. What's the thickness of the wood? How thick is it?
It's an inch.
Okay, that's all right. Does it give you any insulation value or?
I mean, in theory, I guess it would, but I mean, that would be the exterior wall behind me. This
Yeah.
wall's just between the bathroom and here. I'm also going to change out the electrical plates because it has the white electrical plates. So I'll change them out to brown, so they kind of disappear into the wood.
Sure.
And then I'm trying to decide, because this was the kitchen, because this was a 1-bedroom apartment down here that we made into our master bedroom, and I took the kitchen as my little studio. And so I'm trying to decide what I'm going to paint the cupboards to look like. I told my wife I was going to paint them black, and she's like, "It's going to make the room look small." And I'm like, "That's okay. It'll make it look like I'm closer to somebody."
Yeah, you don't want the white isn't working.
No, but
Right,
I mean,
Chad.
they're old fucking cupboards that they got from like the rehome or something like that. So it's just
Sure.
the wood cupboard. So I just have to decide what color I'm painting it.
Sure.
Pick my beer. 4.
Number
5.
2.
Okay, so this one I'm going to say this will probably be a no because I got other choices. Shit, can we even see that?
Yeah, it's the Innocent Gun.
Okay, yeah. I've got Honest Lager by Walkerville Brewery.
Nice. I'm interested in what you have to say about that, Brian.
Don't worry, won't be detailed. I got a blueberry ale from Pump House.
So New Brunswick, I believe.
That's a great question. Let me find here. Yeah, Moncton.
Moncton it is.
I've
What
got
else you got?
Crosscut Canadian Ale by the McKinnon Brothers Brewery.
Okay, they're in Ontario with you. They actually opened up a new brewery recently. I don't know where they are now.
This Bath, Ontario.
Okay.
And then my last one, Sawdust City Brewing, Bone Pine.
You know what? That's the one you should drink because that's the one you're going to like the least.
What is that, Brian? Is that an IPA or?
Yep, American style IPA.
Right.
I can tell you that I have faith that you're going to
Sawdust.
hate Sam's IPAs.
Probably.
Are they?
No. I have faith that you're going to hate Sam's IPAs. Not a problem.
Is it East Coast or West Coast style? Because West Coast style is fucking terrible.
It's American style. It's everything.
And Chad? What is an American style? I know East Coast style and West Coast, but not American.
American, like when they say American Pale Ale, at least in Canada, it's just going to be a hoppier beer, and usually it's going to be either like your really piney hops, or it's going to be your like really really grapefruity stuff. Sam loves his pine hops. Like he loves, like he has like Lone Pine, Double Pine, this pine, that pine. He loves his fucking pine hops.
Yeah, I think pine is probably the most. And again, everything's subjective, but pine is probably the most offensive characteristic of an IPA, which is why, like, so West Coast IPAs, I cannot stand. I cannot stand. I can do East Coast IPAs because they're a little more rounded, but West Coast with that pine is, and again, everything is subjective, but.
So,
you want me to read the
yeah, I was just going to say before you read the can, because I want you to read the can. I've never had that one from him yet. I can just guarantee you're not going to like it. I have not had a Dab Dark in about 14 years. And I looked it up, and when I had it, I gave it like a 2.5 out of 5 on Untapped. I actually like this a fair deal now. Now, I don't know if my taste has evolved because it's been long enough that my taste buds should have changed, or if it's just I was stupid back then, but I actually don't mind this.
Dab are a very good brewery. Chad, have you had their standard lager?
As well, not in about 14 years.
I highly recommend. Beautiful.
Actually, that's a lie.
Flavor.
We had it in the budget beer ladder match when we did the ladder match, so that would have been about 10 years ago.
Okay. Well, either way, I think you're well overdue.
And if I remember correctly, it didn't do too badly in the budget beer ladder match.
Yeah, mate, it's a good malty lager. It is heavy on the malt, and I don't want to sort of kind of plant that in your mind because then you will look for it, and that will sort of exacerbate it. But it's got a full mouthfeel. That malt gives it beautiful body. So, mate, honestly, I don't know why it is so cheap, or it was cheap in Ontario. But yeah, I really highly recommend that you revisit that beer, sir.
What's your can say there, Brian?
Alrighty. So it's called Bone Pine. We'll get the image on there. Can you see it okay?
Yep.
There we go. That's a little better. Ooh.
It's a good name for a beer. I'll give it that.
It's a good label.
Yeah, I agree.
So its canning date was April 22nd. That was the newest can I could find. So it says, "Welcome to Collaboration Nation. Introducing our newest addition to this series, Bone Pine. This beer is a unique four-way collaboration between Beertown Public House, Sawdust City, Third Moon, and their favorite beer geeks, T&E, whatever that means. Inspired by their love for Lone Pine and Bone Tree, we've combined the top profiles of a West Coast style IPA with the malt body of a New England style IPA to create the best of both worlds in one delicious beer." So there you go, East and West Coast.
No, it's West Coast and New England style, which isn't East Coast. It's a different style of its own. But the best part is you have Full Moon Brewing, and you'd hate Full Moon's beers too. But you have them doing what they do best. You have Sam doing what he does best, and they're like, it's the best of both worlds. I think it's going to be the worst of both worlds for you, sir.
Brewed and packaged, Sawdust City Brewing Company, Gravenhurst, Ontario.
Gravenhurst, beautiful area.
Yes. Any guesses on the color?
It's going to be like a brassy color. It's going to be kind of hazy, I'm going to say. Not hazy crazy, but hazy.
Well, it's looking green. Coming out. It looks green almost, which is weird. I don't know. Can you see the greenish looking coming out?
No, I think you're having a stroke.
Probably. I swear it looks green as it comes out of the.
Yeah, you definitely have your stroke, Brian.
Oh, look, it's kind of hazy.
Yeah, who would guess?
It does have a greenish hue, Brian. I'll give you that.
There is a bit of a green to it. It's not showing up.
No, it is. You do get a greenish hue.
In front of my eyes, there's more of a green than what I can see on my screen. Yeah.
All right, Chad, is Brian frozen to you, or is that just me?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah.
I thought he was really just looking intently into his beer.
It was just taking a moment. Come on, Brian. Go and replug your cables in, mate.
Corn. He's back.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, my internet.
It's good to see you, buddy. And he's gone again.
Hello?
You live
Hi,
in
Brian.
Ontario. How's your internet this bad?
It's probably my computer.
Is it the
No, I
computer,
don't
or
use this
is it the operator?
That's probably the computer.
So, what do you think of the beer?
Haven't tried it yet because I'm like, well, it smells not up my alley, that's for sure.
The only correct answer is that it tastes green. That's the only correct answer you can give.
So should I be like, this is going to taste like a pine tree? Is that what I should be saying?
Well, yeah, a green pine tree.
A green one? Yeah.
Yeah.
What other color is a pine tree?
Oh, we're going big.
Well, it wasn't tasting too bad. So I figured I'd drink a bunch in case I don't like it. Why am I the only one on the screen?
Because you're the most handsome, Brian.
Well, it turns out when I'm done shoveling this cob of corn down my gullet.
Oh, we want to see you shove something down your throat.
No, you don't.
Why not? Hey, maybe this thing here will describe what this beer is like.
Is that a dildo, Brian?
No. No, it looks
Why
like
do you
Mr.
have a little
Hanky.
piece of shit?
I don't know.
Where did you get that?
I have no idea. It's been sitting underneath my monitor for years.
And you've been waiting for the perfect time to use it?
It just also I look over and I'm like, hey, this.
Brian, you're posing more questions than what you're answering.
Well, because I'm not a guy who can answer these questions about beer.
Yeah, you can.
Brian
knows it.
You've got a mouth and an opinion, just like everybody else.
I don't have descriptive words for things I drink or eat.
Trust me, it is a skill set which is learnt. It's not something you're born with. Like I used to be big into red wine. I can't get any good stuff in Milwaukee and whatever. Anyway, but back in Australia, and I went on a bunch of wine tours and whatever, and they actually teach you words which you should consider when you're tasting various styles of red. Because I'd taste something and I'd go, yeah, that tastes good. And they'd go, what does it taste like? And I'd go, don't know, can't help you. And then they'd start to introduce words like, oh, does it have like a tobacco flavor, or any berries, any dark berries, or any sweet berries, or maybe a plummy flavor, a chocolate, any chocolate. And as soon as all you need is these words to be introduced once into your vocab, and it's the same with beer. And then when you taste beer, you just need to hear like a pro like Chad break down beer and tell you, some insightful remarks about it. And you can then use them, put them upstairs. And when you taste a beer, you've got this whole sort of catalog of things which you can identify in the beer. And that's what wine tasting did. Was it just gave me the catalog to reference when I'm tasting wine. I can go, oh yeah, actually that does, and I'll go through the catalog. Does it taste plummy? No. Tobacco-y? No. Or is it, maybe some raspberry? Oh yeah, I get a bit of raspberry. So when you've got the catalog, it's much easier to identify the flavors than to identify the flavors without the catalog. So, and that's the real trick to any sort of tasting, food, wine, beer, whatever, is just having those reference points which you can access.
Vagina.
But that is the most important reference point, which we should all be accessing. Which I haven't accessed, which I can't remember the flavor of that particular item. It's been so long. So I can't. I remember it was quite tart, quite sour. It was quite aggressive, and it was terrible on the nose as well. It didn't go well on the nose, even though I swallowed it around.
Basin, right?
Chad, stop eating corn.
I'm done eating corn. There you go. We're all back. Cheers.
I actually don't mind this beer tonight,
No?
but it could be.
You got any snacks
all
around?
afternoon. Sorry?
Got any snacks around?
I got potato chips.
What flavor potato chips?
Regular rippled.
That actually should go good together.
Yeah.
All right. So, gents, I've got a new beer for you. Are you both familiar with the term dive bar?
Yes.
Brian?
I miss what you said.
Are you familiar with the term dive bar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
White's
it's a big thing here in the States, especially in Milwaukee. Every older suburb, Polish areas, English areas, Welsh areas, it's always the corner building on a street, on a block.
Yeah.
Is always
has one light bulb.
Yeah, you walk in, it's a room. I've been to some down here. I went to one just across in a place called River West, in just across the river, and walked in, little bar, TV screen, but the baseball was on, and I said to him, he came over. There were 3 old men and the bartender, and he came over and he goes, "So, what do you want to drink?" I said, "So, what have you got on tap?" And his answer to my question of what do you have on tap was he pointed to a bar fridge full of Miller Lite and Coors Light, and he goes, "That's what I've got." And so I sat there, and it was great. Talked to the old guys, watched it. Anyway, so there's a brewery down here called Lakefront Brewery, which is one of the biggest privately owned craft breweries. I don't even know if it can be classified as craft, but Lakefront Brewery. And they have just issued for this summer, Chad, attention, please, sir.
I'm listening. I'm looking up Lakefront right now because I know I've had some of their beers.
Okay. So this is Dive Beer, Milwaukee Lager.
That's awesome.
So they actually, in tribute to the Milwaukee dive bar culture, because apparently Wisconsinites drink more beer per capita than any other state, which is awesome. Because
it's cold out.
Well, it's cold as shit. Yeah. What else are you going to do? And that's why bowling was invented here. We invented bowling. We've got the 3 oldest bowling places in the US are in Milwaukee. So we invented bowling and pretty much beer as well because we're German. But yeah, anyway, so this is a tribute to the dive bar culture. So it's like it's a lager.
Is it priced like a dive bar?
It's not cheap. It's not expensive.
Okay.
Where are we here? It's got sort of it's 4.2%, so it's on the lighter side, but it's not. Well, it actually would be considered probably a light beer, 4.2. it's got sort of a tang to it, which I can't really isolate. It's got a very specific taste to it. It's a beer you either love or you hate. It's not something which you're going to grow to love. It's got sort of a almost like a barrel tang to it, like a muskiness to it, if that makes sense.
Try it in a glass. Maybe that'll
No,
change.
no, I'm a man, Brian, and my beer comes from a can, sir. That's where my beer comes from. But yeah, it's a good sort of memento to the culture, the Midwest culture, which I kind of like. I kind of like that they sort of made a beer to, in honor of our, because we're all alcoholics, which is nice to have that immortalized. So yeah, gents, Lakefront Brewery Dive Beer, and I'm going to give it a rating as well. For a lager, which is my bread and butter, for a 4.2, it's actually got a lot of flavor. But there is a tang and a muskiness to us, which is going to go either way. So the score almost doesn't mean anything because you're either going to love it or you hate it. I actually quite like this. Out of a 10, I would be going a 7.2. I think this is a very respectable beer. And also, it's got the added, it exemplifies Milwaukee and the culture and things like that, which I think, it does add value to. Yeah, it gives you some nostalgia to the drink, rather than just a universal Budweiser crap or more like Coors or whatever. You're drinking this because you're in a certain place and you lived in a certain time and certain things were a certain way. And I like that. Chad, over to you.
Checkmate Pilsner.
Oh, you got a Pilsner. I hate you, sir.
Paddock Wood in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
There's nothing better. Jesus invented Pilsners, Chad.
This brewery reminds me so much of Black Oak in Ontario. Like even you walk in and it's just like this office space with a fridge, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in Black Oak, and they just have a bunch of beers that some of them are ancient in the fridge, some of them aren't, and they're all just. This was the brewery. This was like Saskatchewan's first craft brewery, other than maybe like Great Western.
What's the name, Chad?
Paddock Wood.
Paddock Wood. Okay.
And these guys were big when I started doing reviews, and I remember there was a story about them because they opened up and they were such a big hit that they were kept selling out of their beer. They couldn't keep the beer on the shelves, so they closed their doors and decided they were closing. And I'm like, but that's what the fuck you want. You want to be able to sell all your beer.
Exactly.
And then they made it themselves bigger. They got a guy to come in and give them some money to get bigger equipment. And they reopened and they sold out of all their beer again over and over and over again. So they closed again. And I'm like, what the fuck? And now they're back. They're open. They're in this weirdly like industrial area. We stopped there at like 5 p.m. It was like 4:45 on a Friday. And they're like, we close in 15 minutes. And I'm like, you're a brewery.
How far away are they from you?
Saskatoon is like 2 hours and 45 minutes from here.
Oh shit. Okay. Where are you again?
Regina.
Okay. Is that a real place?
The city that rhymes with fun.
What rhymes with Regina? Let me think. They look to have a pretty good beer list, mate. Did you get like a mix, or did you just grab the one? Or
Well, this I bought a few days ago at a Sobeys at a Co-op liquor. But when we went in, I bought a 4-pack of stuff I hadn't had. I bought their like Black Cat Lager, the Red Hammer Red.
yeah, they've got a black lager which looks very.
Oh
good.
my God, sour! They're OMG, so orange mango guava. And I can't remember what the fourth one was that I picked up there, but I picked up the 4 beers and we left. And they're like, "Do you want our rewards card?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going to be back anytime soon."
What did you think of the black lager?
It's actually probably my second or third favorite black lager out there.
Wow.
The mix pack I bought with this, and I bought this because I hadn't had this in like 15 years. I'm like, let's give it another shot. It came with the black lager, but this time the black lager actually has its label, because the black lager I got at the brewery was just a silver can with Black Cat Lager on its
Sure.
on it.
All right. What's the breakdown? Give us a breakdown of the beer, mate.
Of this guy?
Yeah, of the Pilsner. What are you tasting? What are you getting?
In comparison to what I tasted years and years ago, it is a lot better. And you get that graininess, you get that cut grass, you get that little bit of spiciness, everything you should get from a Pilsner.
Yeah.
But I can't say that it's not a little bit on the hoppy side. Like you get a little bit of that caffeine pill bitterness on the back of the palate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lot of craft brewers do, right? They all want to overhop things.
Yep.
Other than that little bit of bitterness on the back of the palate, that's a solid Pilsner.
What what would you rate that? Give us a score. So no,
the original one I had probably got a 2 out of 10 all those years ago. At this point, I could see myself buy this. I'd probably give it like a 7.25, maybe a 7.5.
Yeah. What's and last question, mate. What's how much does a 4-pack of that go for?
It was a 12-pack of 4 different brands.
Right.
And it was $31.99.
Pick one.
That's all right. Blueberry. Did
you finish the Bone Pine already?
Yeah.
Yeah, go with the Pump House because it probably doesn't have any blueberries in it. Pump House was a we did a Pump House pumpkin beer once, and it had no pumpkin in it. It was just pumpkin spices, and we made fun of it for a while. Yeah.
Is that legal? Can you name something?
Oh yeah, you can name it whatever you want.
Pumpkin, and you just don't have to put it in pump. That seems wrong on several levels.
Hi, honey. What you doing? Ooh, shower. Means your clothes are coming off. Oh, what are you doing here? Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, Puppy Doggus.
Oh,
Puppy Doggus.
which dog is that?
That's the old lady, Colleen. Baby, did you just burp in my face? Like,
That's what they do. Mine does exactly the same. He saves it up, lets me have it.
what's that? Well, that's why she's been coming down lately, and I think it's to make fun of the Saint Bernard. She's like, "Look, I can make it down the stairs, you fat fuck." Because she's 130 and he's 170, but our stairs are because it's an old house that was never meant to have a basement. They're more steep than they should be.
Yeah.
So he can't really make it down. Sometimes he forces his way down. He's rolled down a few of them. I'm like, stay upstairs, you dummy. But she comes down. She comes down basically to be like, look what I can do.
Has he got a does he have like a little barrel of whiskey under his chin?
No.
That's you're in Canada, mate. What if he needs to go and rescue somebody on a mountain? Come on.
I'm in Saskatchewan. There ain't no mountains.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got prairies. Yeah, that's where you are.
You want me to read
You
this
good
can
girl?
for?
Yes, Brian, go, son.
All right, Pump House Blueberry Ale, All right. One of our original 6 beers that we have been brewing since we opened in 1999. This gorgeous blonde ale features the wonderful essence of fresh blueberries, making it a true original. This national award-winning beer combines only the finest barley, malt, spicy hops, and blueberry flavor to create a distinctive ale that can be enjoyed year-round.
Blueberry flavor. Does that mean actual blueberries, or does that mean synthetic?
Not authentically blueberries in the thing. What?
Is Chad dying? Do we need to call somebody?
There might have been some puppies exposed.
Yeah, we saw you're in the reflection in the mirror on your.
There's no mirror.
No, on the top of your fridge there, the magnet.
No, you didn't. Do you have any of those magnets?
Oh yeah, got tons of them.
Are they
I got
Titan
one.
brand?
I got one on my dryer. I got one on the back of my front door. Some of my toolbox. My
So I sent your
work.
picture to a certain somebody that I know that runs a certain thing in where you were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you're pretty full. And he goes, how did you get that? I got my ways, sir. I got my ways.
I could have gotten even if I had gone today, because that's usually where the scratch and dent stuff is. I think it was once. I don't know. Anyways, have you ever had a Red Bull can that's this color?
Blue? The blue Red Bull cans?
Yeah, the blueberry one. So that's what it smells like. That's why I actually bought it. I'm like, oh, that's going to taste like the Red Bull.
Do you know where the best blueberry beer for you to get is? Go to the Merchant Ale House in St. Catharines and order their Drunk Monkey blueberry beer.
Gus.
Yeah.
Because what they do is it's a blueberry beer, like it's a blueberry flavored beer, but they also, because you're drunk and drinking and really need this to happen, is they throw blueberries in it and don't tell you. So then you drink it and swallow the blueberry.
That's awesome. I just see a puppy over there.
Yeah, it's Come here, pal. Hey, come here. Good stuff. Come here. Nah, we're ignoring Dad. He's an old black lab. We rescued him about 18 months ago. He's got a nice little grey, a silver beard. He's a silver fox. He's a food whore. He doesn't love me or anybody. He just loves food.
This should be blue.
Yeah. No, that's Brian. That's not blue.
You are
Brian,
drinking beaver anus, sir. You are drinking beaver anus.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Chad. That is the anus.
Well, it's natural blueberry flavors, right? So most natural berry flavors are derived from the castor sac of a beaver.
You're just making shit up now, Chad.
I'm not.
The castor. I don't know what those words mean. What the fuck is a castor sac?
The castor sac is a anal gland in the beaver,
and they use that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Is that true? Or you taking the piss? I'm gonna Google it. What do you call it? The castor sac.
Got a big old glass of castor sac.
Castor sac.
Castor sac flavoring.
A beaver's castor sacs, also sometimes referred to as castor glands, are located.
Vanilla, raspberry, strawberry, and sometimes other flavors.
Oh my god!
So not the blueberry. Oh,
no, I remember in my science class it was blueberry too.
I do not like this.
No, it's not a good beer. It's not a good beer. But I thought you'd like the IPA less.
I was trying to be a little, out of my comfort zone tonight.
I just googled caster sack, and the first one which came up on YouTube was this very redneck looking guy going, and the title is "How to Remove the Caster Gland and Oil Gland from a Beaver," and it's just him cutting open a beaver's nether regions. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Lovely.
See the things I can teach you?
You're a wealth of unwanted knowledge, Chad. So, Brian, out of 10.
No, this out of 10?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I don't want to insult the makers of it,
No,
go ahead and insult them.
You can. You absolutely can.
Well, I know I can, but, like a 2, in my opinion.
No, you can't give it round numbers for amateurs. It's got to be a 2.1 or a 1.9.
No, it's just going to be a 2.
No, you can't give Brian.
You drink it if you're dying of thirst, stuck in the desert.
He gave it a 2 out of 10.
No, he gave it a 1.9 because only amateurs give round numbers, and we're well beyond amateur status here. We're veterans. So
it's the aftertaste. It's bizarre. Like you can drink. Oh,
it's because you taste the beaver's anus.
Yeah, and then it's like it farted in your throat, and it's like, oh, whoa.
Well, the redneck guy took it out, so he slipped and.
So Brian, what gave it the actual 2? Why weren't you like 0.7 or 0.6 out of 10? But you gave it 20%, which means that there's 20% is actually something. There is something.
It's wet and it smells of wet.
It's wet and it has alcohol.
Yeah. There's people that will love this. I'm not one, and that's okay.
Okay, but are there people which would actually love this?
He gave it a one for every 2.5% of alcohol.
Yeah, is that
mathematics? Have a look at us. We
it's
can
5%.
do math on a beer show.
5%.
Yeah, so that's why I got a 2.
Yeah.
1 point for every 2.5%.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I could have given this like a 2.05 or.
Considering
but I didn't.
They've been brewing this for 26 years now, it must be popular somewhere.
Yeah, that honestly.
Not in this house.
Have you guys ever tried like the White Claw with that aspartame flavor?
No.
Like White Claw is fucking horrific. Pardon my French. It's it kicked off the huge vodka seltzer range, and it was like a 0 calorie. It was a zero sugar, zero sweetener, blah blah blah. So it uses this aspartame, and I don't know if you guys are familiar much with aspartame, but it has this horrendous mouth sticky. It's like it coats your mouth, and Brian, you actually summed it up really well. It's like a beaver farts in your mouth. It has this lingering after clingy. It coats your palate in a very unpleasant fashion. But again, White Claw is $1 billion company who sold, well, not billion maybe, but 2 guys out of Chicago started it, and they're worth hundreds of million. And the kids drink it, and and that blueberry fucking travesty of a quote unquote beer. They probably sell a shit ton of it, which is just, it's fascinating that you can make something terrible. I don't know. Is it marketing? Is that what it is, Chad? Marketing. If you just market something correctly, then you can sell.
Well, you get that, but you also get things like if it's priced right. So, I mean, in New Brunswick, what does that cost versus other places, right? Is it low enough price in New Brunswick that you buy it?
No, but I disagree with that, because it's not purely a price. I mean, if you were just focused on price, you'd be looking for like the most basic lager with the highest alcohol content. Your biggest, your bang, your buck.
I didn't stop talking because I wasn't in the middle of a sentence. I stopped talking. My sentence finished. Well, like Minhas, for instance, Minhas exists because of their price and nothing else. They're basically a brewery for alcoholics. You can buy a 90 pack of beer for like $104 in Saskatchewan, where a 100 pack of beer would be like three something anywhere else, like for
Yeah.
any other beers,
Yeah.
and that's why they're selling. It's insane. Well, I sent Brian some Minhas beers. How did you like them, Brian?
Minhas? Yeah. No, not that. Maybe if I had a problem drinking.
It's a reason. Buying me those beers is a way to make me quit drinking.
Yeah.
But Chad, my point is that if you're just going to make something which alcoholics want, you want your bang for your buck, you want your alcohol, you want your cheap, beer. Then why go to the trouble of flavoring it and doing a blueberry, aspect to it? Because if you just want a good cheap beer, you're not going to really want it flavored. And if you are, why would you flavor it blueberry? I mean, it just doesn't seem tailored to that sort of stuff.
Sorry.
You left the mic on for that one.
and this is now going to an 18 plus 18 plus show. All right, well, if we're going to fuck off, I'm going to fuck off for 5 minutes and have a thing. So
I actually ordered that pad thai in bulk from Russia because I can't get it.
All right.
She was just being a smartass over there, right? She's like,
no, a woman being a smartass, Chad, you're making that up. I've never heard of that.
Go for
He's like, look, here's my buttocks. You can't do anything. You're on.
What are you talking about?
You're on camera. You can't do anything. Ha ha ha.
I have not done that.
No, never.
No, I have.
Who do you believe?
Oh, what he was saying before you took off there for the moment, he was asking, what's the point of the brewery making the different flavors for when they're selling, when their target market's the alcoholic who doesn't care really what the flavor is?
Well, I mean, 26 years ago, somebody might have actually cared, right? Like, I love you. Oh, thank you. Like 26 years ago, somebody who was buying it might have actually cared, and it might have been something better 26 years ago.
So that large case you can buy, is that just one flavor?
Oh, for the Minhas stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not their mixed packs or anything. It's just...
Okay. He may have been thinking it was a mixed pack. Maybe.
No, it would be like, hey, here's Minhas Lake Pilsner. Or Iced Lager, or Amber.
I'm going to text you a picture I took today.
Who the fuck is Amber?
Where is
It's
it?
a beer. Amber was the girl I dated that was the psycho.
Apparently she might watch your.
That seems to be a common.
That's not true. My psycho ex was April. Amber is my aunt. I have an aunt Amber who is younger than me.
And I'm sending you a picture.
My granddad got frisky.
Huh. This was
my mom's sister.
This is in the LCBO. It's a mixed pack. Hopefully you can see it okay.
Oh yeah, I'm reading it. Cloudtown Juicy IPA, Mullet Belgian IPA, Teeny Little Super Guy, Session IPA, Thirsty. Northwest style IPA. Rye Guy IPA and Yummy. I'm surprised they didn't use just the regular Super Guy as well.
No. Well, I noticed there's a few different breweries are now. They got mixed packs in the LCBO. Like, that's the way to do it.
It really is. Like, sell a mix pack, and if you're gonna force me to buy a 4-pack, make it some weird mix 4-pack where I get some beers I haven't had before.
Yeah.
Now, would I buy a mixed 6-pack of all IPAs? Probably not. But I get that that is something that other people would.
Yeah.
I was a fan of that video you sent me with the gorilla. The 99 humans. No, nothing.
Oh, yeah. Or the Undertaker's number 100.
Yep. So, have you watched the episode of Jim Cornette where he talks about getting fired from TNA and his stooge test?
No.
Okay, it was one of the recent ones. It was like in the last few days, but it's like an hour long. And he talks about his stooge test, and he's like, you know what? I decided one day, a year after I was fired, to send Terry Taylor an email. And it was horrendous. It was the whole thing of about how much he hates Vince Russo. I fucking hate that guy. If I could find a way to kill him and not go to jail, it would be done already. Just going on and on about if he died, he would find a way to come back to haunt the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm going to will myself to stay alive just to piss on his grave, and hate's a wonderful thing. And he sent it all because he goes, I sent it knowing straight up that he was going to send it to Vince and it might ruin his day. And then he was going on about how, then he got a letter from a bunch of lawyers about confidentiality and all that. He goes, so I put their letter up on my website, and I was like, this is what I think of your confidentiality. And then he was talking about Dutch Mantel. He goes, so Dutch was still in the office, and Dutch walked in one day, and they were talking about me, and he goes, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? It's Jimmy. You didn't think of just leaving that alone? And then I saw yesterday that Dutch Mantel on an Ask Me Anything talked about the stooge test.
What's the stooge test, Chad?
Sending something to somebody to see if they're going to stooge you out.
Okay.
Purposely sending something that you know is going to make them want to tell to see if they're going to rat you out.
I like that. That's good. It's like telling somebody some gossip at work to see if it gets around.
Yep, that would be your stooge test.
Gotcha. I like that. That's good.
I've done a few stooge tests at work myself. And you got to make sure that the people you tell, it has to be something that you would never say. And, you need to know who you told what to. Like, just completely fucking oddball stories. And then wait till it comes back. And then you know which one of them ratted you out.
Nice. I like that. It's
All right.
what
another one, guys.
Not the one you dropped.
Nope, not that one. So what between these two?
The white one. The white can. White can, Brian.
Okay.
White can.
All right. Find where that can went now.
Actually, I think you should open up the one you dropped.
Yeah, yeah, and give it a good shake. Just make sure it's okay.
If you can find it,
just to make sure that nothing's.
Best part is it fell on my keyboard. Something else fell on the floor.
Was it your shit?
No,
your shit log stayed. So this motherfucker used to go and hide cock spice in your house.
I don't even know what that sentence means. What does that sentence even mean? Well, first of all, what is cock spice?
It's chicken spice. It's like a
Oh,
Cock soup is a Jamaican soup. Oh, see, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. He's going to go get some cock spice.
So what is it, like a salt? Like a flavored salt?
It's you can get like spicy cock and regular cock, and
Because I'll tell you a fun fact about Australia. So we don't use normal salt on our chips. So chicken and chips is a big thing in Australia. Like there are chicken shops on every street corner. Friday night you get a chicken and chips and coleslaw, and
Otis?
that's
Continuous,
the
sorry.
and that's the de rigueur of Friday night cuisine back in Australia. But wow, cock
that's the
soup.
mix.
I love it how it's not chicken soup; it's cock soup.
Yeah, it's a Jamaican brand.
Wow.
So we had cock soup in the Arctic, and somebody complained that it was offensive, and we had to pull it off the shelves.
People just fucking whinge.
There we
People
go.
are
That's right. I
desperate
didn't
to
realize I
whinge
had
about
my mirror on. Oops. Yeah.
But Brian, you were away. So in Australia, we have a big Friday night tradition of a roast chicken. We have chicken shops on every street corner. So a chicken chips and coleslaw is a standard Friday night meal. You don't want to cook, so you go down to the local chicken shop. You grab a chicken, you grab some chips, and a coleslaw. Walkerville Brewery Craft Lager. Okay.
That's their honest lager. And I'm going into the Pile of Bones Blood Orange Blonde.
That actually could be pretty good, Chad. That sounds promising. I've got high hopes there. But Brian, anyway, so in Australia, yeah, chicken chips and coleslaw on a Friday night is the standard thing. But we don't put salt on our chips. We have this thing. It's called chicken salt, and you can buy it off Amazon. You can probably get it a few. But honestly, guys, if you've never had chicken salt, it's the greatest thing in the world. It literally is chicken flavored salt, and you put it on your chips or your fries, and it is the business. So, gents, do yourselves a favor and get some thing of chicken salt off the interwebs, and put it on your chips and serve it up to somebody, and they will go, these are the best chips I've ever had. And don't ever tell them like what your secret is. But Australian chicken salt, it's our gift. It's our gift to the world.
I found wild mushroom flavored salt.
That sounds terrible, Chad.
Yes, umami salt. Yep. Oh wait, Mitani chicken salt.
There you go.
$25.55
Yep, that sounds about right.
for 200 grams.
You could. I bought some off Amazon. Here, I'll put a link into the chat.
Oh wait, original chicken chippy flavored salt. What is this one?
No, that sounds wrong.
This is very amber.
All right, yeah, you want the Matani classic chicken salt.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that's $26.
Well, on Amazon,
That's where I'm at.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, on Amazon it's 14. But Matami classic chicken salt, 200 grams.
Got to remember, I'm Amazon Canada, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no tariffs for us.
Ha. Yeah, the Matami, it's classic chicken salt. It is actually worth it, Chad. If you ever have a cookout or just you and your wife, you're deep frying some good chips, not fries.
Well, actually, you know what? Fuck your 200 gram one. I just found a 1.5 kilogram bag for $29.
Jesus. Buy it. mate. I'm
of
telling you,
Matani Classic Chicken Salt.
it's an Australian. It's as Aussie as you can get, and mate, honestly, it really works. It's like it's salt, but with and it doesn't taste chickeny, but it just has that. There's something to it. It's got sort of like a body or a depth or something, which just gives the fries so much more flavor. It's like you're eating a fry and you have this beautiful aftertaste. Whiskey salt, Jesus.
Barrel smoked whiskey salt.
That you might win this one, Chad. I think you just won. I think that's called the slam dunk. Game over. Chad's taking a knee.
75 grams for $17 though.
How do you get whiskey into a salt?
I do not know.
Yeah, I would like to. I think we've found a new business venture, gents. The three of us set up a whiskey salt production facility somewhere.
We'll just start a beer salt.
That's actually not a bad idea, Chad. That's not a bad idea. Is there such a thing as a beer salt?
I don't know, but yeah. So like I said, Matani Classic Chicken Salt, 1.5 kilos, $29.99.
Chad, buy it. Trust me, mate. I'm telling you. You sprinkle that in your fries, and your chips. You don't want fries. You want like your bigger chip. But mate, it is the business. Every Australian. So we're in Australia. We call them chippies, which is a chicken shop. They're on every street corner. It's like a pub. There is ubiquitous as your local pub. There's your chicken shop and your local pub, and all your chips have chicken salt, and they are the business, mate. I don't know who invented it, but yeah, the Matani chicken salt is your classic. Either that or Saxa chicken salt. But that's as Aussie as Aussie can get.
I see in the reviews somebody was complaining about the best before date. Like it's fucking salt, motherfucker. Just eat it.
That's like saying a glass of water goes bad overnight.
I 100% agree, Brian.
Or my favorite, you see someone pull a can of motor oil off the shelf in their garage. Oh, this is 8 years old. It's no good. It's sat in the earth for how many thousands of years? It's good. So this beer, hit and miss. The Walkerville.
It's hit and miss, or it's one or the other.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm not a huge fan of Walkerville. It's been a long time since I've had anything from them, but they weren't very good when they opened. And they were one of the breweries when they opened that tried to play the game of we're just better because we're local. And I was like, no, you're better if you're better.
Yeah.
If you make shit that tastes like shit, I'd rather drink a Bud than your stuff, even if you're local. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Woo.
Yes.
Oh, we got 2 people watching. Just nobody talks to us anymore. They don't like us.
Go boy. Go boy.
What's that, Alicia?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. That's why I said, what was that?
What are you drinking now, Chad? I didn't see it.
This is the Pile of Bones Blood Orange Blonde.
That's right.
It's a beer with natural flavors.
Who said you were allowed to have blonde?
How is it?
I have actually never had a blonde in my life.
How about the beers, Chad?
Well, no, my wife just said, "Who said you're allowed to have blondes?" Yeah,
Will
yeah,
we?
it does.
All right, Chad. Well, all right, we want a breakdown. Come on, you're the pro here, son.
Are you trying to make me jealous? Is that the aim?
Actually, Alicia, I have an amber over here and a black.
I'm sorry. You want to run
What's
that
her
one
choice?
again?
I have an amber and a black over here.
Oh, yeah?
Have her pick the next one.
Over there with them then.
She's going to me. You know, you talk about blondes, you talk about ambers, or you trying to make me jealous, and
The answer to that, Chad, is yes. Yeah, we are. We're talking about women, darling, and Julian's on the big screen. All right, Chad, we want a professional, articulate breakdown of your
you want a professional, articulate breakdown. Let me see if I can get my buddy Jordan to join us.
Okay, well, I'll go and have a nap, and you give me a call whenever you're ready.
You know, he is the professional author of my group.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he's written the Ontario Craft Beer Guide and the Ontario Craft Beer Guide Volume 2 and the histories of breweries in Toronto. And
Nice, man. Have you ever thought about writing something?
no, you don't want to read my shit, man.
What? No, mate. Mate. I've been following you, off and on for 10 years. You know what you're talking about.
My wife seems to think I'm
you come
somewhat
across
like
Chad?
what's that?
How did you find him?
With a flashlight.
Yeah.
I glow in the dark. My wife seems to think that I have a lot in common with like Gordon Ramsay because she's like, I should do the interviews for your workers. I go, yeah, what would you do? How do you feel about being called a fucking donkey? Think fast. You've done something wrong and you hear a lot of swearing and things are flying.
Yeah. All right. Well, give us your fucking breakdown on this one, Anthony Chad Bourdain Jr.
I actually reviewed this. It hasn't gone up yet, but I reviewed this a few nights ago out at the fire, and I really did like it. I have one sitting in the crisper in the bottom of the fridge for Brian, but you do get some blood orange to it. You do get a little bit of that bitter hoppiness that a lot of craft breweries like to do because these guys are big on their IPAs too. Their IPAs are what they're known for.
Right.
So again, I'm not a big fan of the finish, but everything up until the finish is fucking excellent.
Yeah. Well, that's actually an interesting point. Does the finish? I mean, the finish. So, say there are three components to a mouthfeel or to drinking. There might be the initial reaction, the characteristics and the flavors which you taste, and then there's the finish. But I don't think that they're weighted equally, because a bad finish will ruin a beer for me. I can have a sip of something, love the taste, the mouthful, blah blah blah, but if it's got a very we were talking earlier before about aspartame and how it White Claw, it will just leave a lingering mouth coating, terrible. And
for me, it's not aspartame; it's stevia. Stevia is the one that's the worst for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is that I think a bad finish isn't an equal component of how we look at a beer, because a bad finish will ruin the whole previous experience. I mean, you can have a great sip, great flavors, but a terrible finish, and you're not gonna, you might go, well, 2 out of the 3 parts were really enjoyable. It was only the last third, but that last third will ruin the whole thing.
I think it depends on what each part is like, right? Like I've had beers that legitimately made me think when I smelt them of dog shit, but they tasted fine. But I could not fucking stomach them because they smelt like dog shit to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure, I could say, hey, if I was drinking it out of the can, wouldn't matter because I'm not going to smell it really.
Yeah.
Then I've had beers that have had an amazing finish, an amazing smell, and an amazing look, but didn't taste good at all, like the Forefront. And that wasn't good. But I've had some that, didn't taste very good, but were still. So I understand what you're saying, but I think it depends on the variation of what it is and how it is. Because like that one, the finish is to me too bitter for what it is. You're giving me a blood orange blonde. It should finish nice and sweet. Like it shouldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be trying to balance it with hops. You should be trying to balance the sweetness, but you shouldn't be going it. We need to hop it to balance out the sweet orange. No, because then you just fucking ruined the sweet orange, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna a good example which just occurred to me when when I was thinking about it is so cheese is a really good example. You can have many different cheeses which on the nose are just so offensive, but when you eat them, they're just amazing. And there's a couple of Scandinavian fish delicacies which were like that they ferment a lot of fish. I buy that one as well. Good for you.
I really like this one.
Yeah. But so my point being is that you can have a bad beginning to an experience, but as long as it ends well, then you're okay. But if you have a bad ending, so you can have a cheese which smells like feet, but it tastes amazing, and you'll still buy that cheese. You can
suck on toes, so that doesn't bother me.
Well, we do not need a visual. Thank you for the audio. But you've got this Scandinavian fermented fish which smells, and the Japanese eat fermented eggs.
I suck toes, so.
Your thumbnail looks like someone who does.
No, I get what you're saying. I do.
Yeah, and the Japanese eat fermented eggs, but it's. So I just think that there's a difference in ranking between an initial offensiveness and an ending offensiveness. I just think that ending offensiveness is a line in the sand, whereas something initial, which you can then get over, but you've always got to finish well. You have to finish well.
I'm just saying, I think to me it matters how much of an offensiveness it is at the end. Like I said, that one is just, you drink it and you're like, yeah, you guys overhopped this. Like, why would you do that? But then I've also had overhopped ones where, like, say, Sawdust City, which is Brian's first beer of the night, when they first made their first butter tart beer for the Butter Tart Festival in Gravenhurst, they hopped the motherfucking shit out of it. And it tasted like a butter tart, and then all you got was like fucking piney hops. And I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? The fuck would you do this? And just went off, right? Like,
yeah.
But like just a slight bit of bitterness on the back. I'm like, you just hurt what it is, but it's still a good beer.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a few degrees higher, like say the IBU were another 5 or 10, then you're probably right. It'd probably be like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah. All right. So out of 10.
You know what? The biggest problem Pile of Bones has for me for buying their beers is you have to buy them in 4-packs, and their 4-packs are $18.99 for a 4-pack. So for me, that's probably a 6.75. It's a good beer. I don't think I would ever buy it again.
Yeah, right. What about you, Brian? How's your amber?
Well, this honest lager, not the greatest.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
You're being honest about that?
Yeah. It's
I'm going to drink this amber next.
Is that what you're drinking next? Should
Yeah,
I go
I'm
get
drinking
my
this.
Rickards Red?
I'm drinking this amber next.
Should I go? I got Rickards Red, or I got that crop.
Oh, so you got a Molson X with caramel food coloring?
Yeah.
All right, but Brian, Give us a breakdown of what did you think of the beer? Like, what did it taste like? What didn't you like? Was there anything
Well,
which you didn't like?
unfortunately, I powered it down because I didn't want to taste it anymore. So I can't go back and be like, oh, I didn't like this.
All right, but do you remember anything of like? Was there something about the beer which you didn't like?
I was hoping for
specific?
more. I was hoping for more. I don't know what I was hoping for, but it wasn't there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, what's wrong, Chad?
Nope.
We've got an upset
Beer?
rhino.
Or do you have a cramp in your calf?
Oh, I don't have a cramp in my calf. I wish I had a cramp in my calf right now. That's where I'm at. Have you ever yawned and gotten the cramp right in your chin where you feel your chin doing this? Because I've gotten that.
No,
Chad.
Wow.
That's never happened to anybody before, ever. It's only ever happened to you.
Is that like a cramp in your sphincter?
I've never had a cramp in my sphincter.
Alicia,
Alicia, have you had a cramp in your sphincter?
You haven't eaten enough spicy food yet, Chad. You really got to, because that will tear that up.
Okay, so this amber lager. Now,
Yeah.
to go on to what we talked about earlier there, Jules. A little bit overhopped on the back end. Still
Right.
perfectly okay.
Yeah.
This is a motherfucking amber. It shouldn't taste like an IPA.
No.
Just no. No, if you're going to tell me that I'm buying an amber lager,
Yep.
I want, and I mean, I know that there are American reds that are more hopped than an Irish red or an English amber or anything like that. I get it. Or like a German Marzen type of thing and all that type of stuff. I get it. But when every single red beer in the world, other than the American ones, are more malt forward and call themselves ambers and reds, why is it that in Canada I get an amber lager that tastes like an IPA?
Yeah. No, that's ridiculous.
That's not what you think you're getting when you buy it.
It's not
right?
what you're buying. It's not what you're buying. Yep, I agree. And like, so I went to Vienna, which is the origin of the Vienna lager, the original amber. The Blackburn lager, Brian.
Yeah, Blackburn.
All right. Okay.
What was the far left one? I guess right for you. The darker can.
This one?
Yeah, what's that?
That's that cross cut.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Stay with the Blackburn. I just couldn't tell what that was. That's all.
But Chad, so when I went to Vienna 2 years ago, and Vienna Lager, which is the home of ambers, and they had this beautiful perfection of sort of coffee and caramel, but in a not sweet fashion, and they were all lagers. They were crisp, they were drinkable, and to imagine that being comparable to an IPA is just to destroy the beer, basically.
Okay, so I probably should have read the back. Cold fermented, okay. Amber malt, okay. And an aromatic hop addition results in our new approach to the amber lager. Just that, I should have read it, because right there I would have been like, no. There's very few beers. There's very few beer styles where I'm like, I just want this. And I mean, I didn't want lagers much when I started doing the beer review, right? I wanted the more flavorful beers. And now at this point in my life, if I pick up a lager, it's because I just want that classic beer taste.
Yeah.
If I pick up anything amber or red, I want that Irish red, Marzen, that type of stuff, even to the point of a Vienna lager. I'm looking for that like classic, crisp, little bready, little toasty, little biscuity, that type of stuff. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, hey, we decided to add a whole bunch of aromatic hops for a new approach. I'll show you a new approach. It's called my fist in your anus.
We're gonna
What's that
make a
finishing
beer
move
one
called?
day, Chad, and the name of the beer is going to be called "My Fist in Your Anus." That's
With the
fucking
beaver
gold.
fart at the end of the.
that'll be in smaller letters afterwards with a beaver fart at the
No,
end.
our light beer is going to be called Beaver Fart. So our standard lager is going to be My Fist in Your Anus, and then we're going to offer a light option, which is Beaver Fart.
You know, it would sell with that name.
And then we'll do a Radler called the Reach Around.
That's the Reach Round Lager. I think we're onto something here, gents.
How offensive can you be in your beer names?
You'd have to brew one up at 6.9% and call it the turnaround.
We can do it. We can do it.
6.9.
And in Canada,
Yeah.
we wouldn't even need to be 6.9% to call it 6.9%, right? We can be plus or minus 0.5.
Yeah, but people would buy it as 6.
Well, that's what I'm saying is if we don't hit it perfectly, if we hit like 6.7 or 7.1, it doesn't matter. We're saying it's 6.9 because we're still legally allowed to.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, my beer broke and all the stuff fell out.
Would you put the label upside down for the turnaround?
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good, Brian.
Like, I think that'd be awesome.
And now I'm sad that I didn't buy the brewery in Lumsden.
Well, hey,
Though I'd probably get chased out of Lumsden with pitchforks and torches if we did this.
you can use that idea in the future. I just asked for a can, which I'm pretty sure I could get anyways.
So I have a few people at work that are on vacation right now, and they're doing those pictures, where they take a picture of their legs at the beach and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of
Where's the
them
beach?
was one of the guys that works in my warehouse, and he took a picture of his foot up on his chair and all that, and he's like, relaxing. I'm like, a foot picture for free in this economy? He's like, you're an asshole.
That's awesome. So this Blackburn Light Lager, City of the Falls, 3.9% makes up for those. I think
They made a 3.9. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot, actually.
It's a light lager. It says light up here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Right there. There you go. Light lager.
All right, give us your breakdown, Brianski.
Oh, I've had this a few times at the brewery.
And
I liked it, and that's why I grabbed it from the store. Like, sure, I could have gone to the brewery and bought a can, but I figure
what's
if I'm
the
buying
what's the ABV?
You're asking me a question I don't know the answer to.
Yeah, he asked you what the alcohol percentage is, the ABV.
Yeah.
3.9%.
Yeah, honestly, anything under 4, it actually annoys me. Like these light lagers, which come out with 2.5, 3%.
Yeah.
It's just it's a waste of time.
Well, this is easy going, so you can sell it to the non-heavy drinker population. Like if you're having
I'm
a
trying
party
so
with
hard not to
extended
do the
family,
drain.
Would you dare say this is like the women's drink? I don't know.
How much was a can at the LCBO?
Oh, great question. I think I have the receipt over here. Here's my receipt.
That's
Look
a
at
good
this.
point, Multi. Although I don't know, like, so to me, just to answer Multi's point there, which I think is actually quite interesting, you need alcohol gives. So a great example is grape juice and wine, and the difference being is that alcohol gives a volume, a flavor, a depth, as well as the let's get tipsy. It changes the dynamics of a drink. I mean, grape juice is as far removed from wine as beer is from wine, and that lack of alcohol in a beer, when you get below that sort of 3.5 to 4% level, I think you go from drinking beer to drinking soda water. I really think that you need a base level of alcohol in a beer or a glass of wine, or in a scotch. I mean, if you were to drink, I mean, there's a reason that there's no such thing as a alcohol-free scotch, or they've
Yes,
made.
there is.
Well, it must taste like shit.
I don't know if I would refuse to pay the $30 for the bottle.
Yeah, I mean, you need alcohol to give a warmth, a breadth, a depth, and I think in beer you've got that crucial line in the sand of that 3.5 to 4%, where if you slip below that, you're getting into that soda water territory, and I just think anything sub 4%, you're losing that volume and the flavor that alcohol does bring, or does that body. It's a body thing, which I would say.
Well,
so
I'm kind of with Malty on that. You get a good English dark mild, you still get a great body and a great flavor. However, I do also agree with you. Like, say you're looking at Cracked Canoe from Moosehead, which is 2.93% ish, maybe 3.5 sometimes.
Which
it tastes like soda water. It has no flavor at all.
Yeah.
You look at some of the things like Sleeman Clear 2.0. Again, like no flavor whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. I do think that stylistically there are some that are meant to be that percentage and work, and I think it works mostly because of the yeasts that are used. But the average beer, once it hits a certain percentage, you lose almost all flavor. And the worst part is there's a lot of guys that do something and say it's a mild, and they're like, look, we made a 2% mild, and you drink it and it's soda water, and you're like, no, you didn't make the mild, man. You just fucked up brewing something and decided that it was this.
I mean, and to your point there, Chad, like I've had both Cracked Canoe and Slim and Clear, and I love them. I love them for what they are, but it's almost a different category of beer. It's like saying a pilsner and a Belgium 12%, triple IPA. They're both beers, so they're both the same thing. Well, no, they're not the same thing. And I think that just because they're different doesn't mean we should hate them. But like Cracked Canoe and Slim and Clear on a hot day by the dock in front of a lake, they're a great option. And you've got and you want something at 12 o'clock, so you want low alcohol, so you can play with the kids, or you can go for a canoe, go for a swim, or whatever. You don't want to have an afternoon nap in 2 hours. Slim and Clear and Cracked Canoe are great options. But I just think that it's not beer. I think it's something else.
Like, and continuing that same thing, right? Like, I don't know if they even still exist, but you had things like Molson M, you had Molson 67, like Molson Canadian 67. You had Molson Canadian 67 Sublime, which was their lime flavored 3% lager. And yeah, I think you're right. Like, you're out on the lake, you're fishing, you're doing this, you're doing that. It can work, but it's not when you just want a beer. It's not what you want.
Yeah.
I miss Molson M. I love that. Probably the only guy in the entire country.
Were you there for the Molson M tasting when we did it?
No. I wish
Really?
I had gone, but
I got so many Molson M flute glasses at that tasting.
Yeah.
And the Molson reps gave me so many free 6-packs, and I'm like, I don't drink this shit, right? I'll take them and I'll get them, and my buddies will drink them, but I'm not going to.
Chad, can I ask you a personal question?
Yes, my pubes are white too.
Okay, I have no I have no more questions.
Sometimes his mustache is brown.
So my personal question was going to be, where the fuck do you buy your shirts?
Amazon, Temu, and Wish.
Because I know you have trouble seeing, and I'm thinking that this is like, are you aware that your shirt has pink flamingos on it? I just want to know, are you aware?
Yeah, I'm
Are
aware.
you aware? You are
I'm
aware. Okay, all right. I just didn't know if your wife was playing a practical joke on you, and she's like, "Sweetie, this is like an all green shirt. You're all good."
Oh no, she likes she. We find it hysterical because we go out and we're in Saskatchewan, right, where it's like plaid and basic colors, and I always go out in shirts like this, and everybody's like, "We love your shirt. Where'd you get that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, there's too much color on this for you, motherfuckers, isn't there?" The science of Molson M. It was their micro bubbles. I think it was the first beer Molson made where they didn't force carbonate it. They like let it naturally carbonate, and it just had these little tiny bubbles. And that was the majority of it. Was Molson Canadian, but with micro bubbles. That was basically the difference.
So is Molson? What is Molson M? I've never heard of it. Is it still around? Can you still buy it? Is it a lager?
No, it doesn't exist anymore.
There's a black can with a gold M on it, I think. There's a gold M?
Yeah, it was a big gold M.
Right.
And then their glass, their branded glass was the most straight flute you'd ever find. You know how most flutes have like a slight taper down to the bottom?
Sure.
It was like a cylinder. It was like you were drinking from a graduated cylinder from high school.
So and what, it was a lager? Like what made?
Yeah, it was a lager.
Right. And what was the ABV?
I think it was around 5. I can't remember the exact. You know what? I got this.
That sounds about right.
Right, but was it? Did you guys like it? Do you have fond memories of it, or?
I enjoyed it.
So Brian
There was
liked
nothing really wrong with it. Like it wasn't like.
But I think I was the only guy in Canada, so.
So what, they discontinued making it, but what, because it wasn't selling, or?
Yeah, correct. That's what I believe. They tried, didn't take off.
I don't even know if I can find it. Okay, let's go to the beers I've tapped in.
How long ago was it discontinued?
4.1?
4.9.
Oh, 9. Okay.
4.9. How long ago was it discontinued?
Ooh, that would have been a while ago.
Are we talking 5 years, 15 years?
Oh no, we're talking at least a decade.
At least 10 years. Okay.
Let's see if I can find here.
I'm still looking to see when I tapped it in the first time. Molson M, I tapped it in the first time December 2nd, 2013. So it would have been discontinued a little bit after that, like sometime in the next. Well, I have 5 friends that tapped it in. When was the latest for them? 9 years. 9 years.
Wow.
Are you ready to be mind blown here?
Sure, mind blow me.
Molson M was discontinued by Molson Coors in 2021.
What?
It exists. Where was it being sold?
I think down in the States. Yeah.
Malty's right there. Here in Canada, they try marketing ideas like people throwing darts at a board.
Yeah, I mean it's a so Malty, just to expand on that. So my wife works for Molson Coors, and when the seltzer thing came out, yeah, it was just terrible. They threw every fruit possible at these new seltzers. You had like a guava cherry. Oh, there we go. Oh, another black lager. What? You're in a black lager mood tonight, Chad.
I almost picked one up today from Silver
You
Smith.
have one of these in my crisper too, just so you know.
Ooh.
The cat's somebody's shoving something up the cat's bottom.
Who's the brewer, Chad?
Paddockwood,
Oh, another Paddockwood. Okay.
Where are they from?
Saskatoon.
Ooh, Saskatoon.
Saskatoon, eh? Saskatoon, eh?
Yeah, Saskatoon.
All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes, gentlemen. My cigarette lord compels me.
I have never had Mocky beer. No.
We have it on tap.
Mocky beer?
We did at one point.
I don't even know what Mocky beer is.
Sorry?
I don't even know what Mocky beer is.
I just know what the Madre.
Oh, did he say Madre? I thought I read Mocky.
No,
Is it Madre?
Yeah.
Oh, it is Madre. Okay, yes, they sell Madre here.
What are you drinking tonight, Multi? Or are you drinking tonight?
When we're done, I get to go and watch an episode of 90 Day Fiancé, The Hunt for Love.
Ooh.
Yes, it was. And it was actually a good spite beer because it did its thing.
Moosehead. Awesome. I haven't had one in ages. Do they even sell those in cans or are they only bottles?
You can get Moosehead in cans.
Okay. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in a can.
The only Moosehead I see here recently is like and I don't know if you can still get Moosehead Light and Moosehead Pale, but I see Cracked Canoe, and that's about it. And the Radler, the Moosehead Radlers, I see them in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Malty are pretty close to each other.
That's cool. These beers are going down like water tonight. For me.
Yeah, mine are going slower than usual.
I guess it helps that I had an extra day off, so I'm well rested.
Yeah, I don't normally see you not fall asleep at least once.
No, I had yesterday off, so I went out to Canal Days and saw Sloan play and
Ooh,
left before Big Sugar.
Sloan still tours?
Yeah, and dude, have you ever seen Sloan?
Yes.
So that was my first time, and I was like, partway through the show, all of a sudden I realized these guys are switching instruments and playing different parts and singing different parts. I'm like, oh. Then I looked it up. Whatever song the guy writes for the band, he sings. So like at one point, the drummer came out, took the guitar over. The singer who plays bass went to the drums, and that guitar player went to the bass, while the drummer sang and played guitar.
Yeah, and it shows the skill level they have too, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen them since their very first tour, and I can only remember the one song really, and I can't even remember the name of it. But it's the one where the video is them doing like they're almost like they're like hotel banquet servers.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's the key, right? Have fun, enjoy yourselves.
Yeah. And Big Sugar was the headliner, but I'm going to see them in a couple weeks, so I didn't want to stay for that. So I just watch.
I always mix up Big Sugar and Big Wreck, and I don't know why because they're very different bands. but I always mix them up in my head.
Yeah. Well, during the when Sloan was on stage, I was so close to the front. I have a picture, and you can see the singer from Big Sugar watching from the side stage, just enjoying watching Sloan play. And they're only on like their second or third song of the night.
It's great when you see people that enjoy each other, right?
Yeah. We have a.
Excuse me.
I have get a chance to go to a private concert soon, in a few weeks' time.
With who?
Uh-oh. I'll tell you afterwards.
Hopefully it's not Ozzy.
No. No.
Is it Biff Naked?
No, but that'd be pretty cool if she was one of the people playing.
She is an interesting lady. Like, even talking to her is interesting.
Yeah. There's a guy who does a podcast out of Toronto called Toronto Mike. You ever watch him?
No.
He's got an interview with Beth Naked on there. He's had her in his house, in his basement.
Yeah, I've had the owner of Innocent Gun in my house in my basement.
You gotta get him into this house in your basement.
I should tell Nick that the next time Dougal's in Canada, you guys should come to Saskatchewan.
So, how did you get him into your basement? Like, where was he doing business?
With a gun. No,
Hence the name, right?
Yeah. No, he apparently loved our reviews and loved us, and we were the type of guys he would have hung out with in his younger days and all that. And
Okay.
and we did some interviews with them in Toronto, and we went to like brand launches and all that, and we were coming back, and I'm like, hey, I have some stuff I want to try with you, like some of our beer alchemies and stuff we did. And he's like, sure, me and Nick will be there. Because Nick was
cool.
Innocent Gun Canada, and Google owned the brewery, and they came and we did some beer alchemies. We opened up one of the first bottles of Innocent Gun that ever ended up in Canada, and it was full of yeast globules and everything else. Like it was old, and it was a clear bottle, so things went. And we tried it on its own, and then we filtered it through a coffee filter, and through the coffee filter, it ended up tasting just the way it was supposed to again. So we did a bunch of science. He was there, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the things we did was an alchemy of the Innocent Gun Irish whiskey cask and their Melville's raspberry lager. So it became a raspberry barrel-aged whiskey cask stout, right? And so we mixed the two together, and it was fucking amazing. And that was the one time me and him argued, because he's like, we're making this. I'm going back to Scotland, and we're making this. And he got back to Scotland, and they didn't make it because the marketing guys were like, I don't think we can sell this. And I'm like, then you need new marketing guys, because that was a 10 out of 10 beer. And even you thought it was a 10 out of 10 beer. And if you think it's that good, you can sell it with the right people. And they didn't end up making it. So I'm like, yeah, that was the one time we actually butted heads, because I'm like, you obviously need new marketing people if they can't sell that beer.
Especially if you're the owner. They work for you.
Yep.
That's my opinion. You know?
Yeah, early internet, early beer days, like when I was actually an influencer, what I did mattered.
When you're an influencer before the influencer was a word.
Yes, I was an influencer before influencer was a word. Now I wouldn't want to say I'm an influencer. I'm not anymore. I mean nothing in the industry anymore. But at one point, I was teaching people how to brew, and I was like, I was something, and then I was nothing.
That's not true, mate. You've got an Aussie here who's followed you on and off for 15 years, mate. Always enjoyed your stuff. So
it was that time I started slipping when I first got divorced, right? And I started taking care of myself and doing different things. I started slipping them, but my downfall from the industry was when we went to the north and I wasn't seen anymore and all that, right? So those like 6 years of that's what really took me out. And I can't get anything. Like I apply to breweries here to be a brand ambassador, and they're like, no, we're not interested. And I'm like, is it? And they always hire like 19-year-old girls. I'm like, is it that I don't have tits? I have tits, man. Like, excuse me. Oh, there's lots of influencers in beer, Multi.
Oh, really? Isn't an influencer pretty much whoever has the most viewers? Hey, I like this. Try it out.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Like, but I mean, you look at beer, and the drunk Pokeroo from Hamilton was considered a big guy for a while after.
Yeah, I remember him. I used to watch.
So me and him butted heads a lot too, because what would happen was he would go to breweries and he would expect his beer for free. I would go to breweries, and yeah, most breweries would give me something because I had a good relationship with them, but I wouldn't let them give me beers they wanted me to review for free. I'd force them to sell it to me. I'm like, no, I'm buying this.
Good, mate. Good. Yeah,
like if I walked into Nickelbrook, right? It didn't matter if John, who owns Nickelbrook, was there or not. If I walked into Nickelbrook, I always walked out with a 6-pack of something, even if it was a 6-pack of their root beer. Because they knew me, I worked with them, they worked with me, they loved doing my beer festival, all that stuff, so they would always give me something, but I was always walk out with paying for like 16, 18, 24 beers, and then they'd send me home with a 6-pack of something, right? Be it the beer that they know I love, or the root beer they know I love. It would be like, hey, Chad, here, have, or a shirt, they'd be like, wear this on a video. Okay, whatever. But I became friends with John I reviewed their gluten-free beer. And we reviewed their gluten-free beer, and it got lots of video, like views and all that. And I fucking slammed that beer. This is fucking garbage. Like it's one of the most disgusting things I've ever drank. What the fuck is this bullshit? Right? And I went off on it. And I think I gave it like a 0.25 out of 10. Like it was gross. And I walked in, and it was me and Paul that walked in, the cantankerous cook. And we walked in there, and he didn't know us. We didn't know him. And I'm buying some beer, and I'm talking to him, and he's looking at me, and he goes, I know you. And I don't know where you could know me from. He's talking to me for a bit, and then he's listening to my voice, and he goes, you're the one that slagged my beer. And I'm like, what beer? And he goes, the gluten-free beer, you slagged it. And then he's going on, he goes, I have hundreds of millions of emails. Well, not millions, but he's like, I have hundreds of emails from people that love this beer, and they're talking about how great it is. Do you want to see them? I'm like, no. He goes, why don't you want to see them? I go, because I don't need to drink the gluten-free beer. I can drink gluten-free. I can drink gluten. So I don't give a shit about your gluten-free beer. I don't like it. And he goes, you know what? I can respect. And we were great friends after that. Like, that's all it took.
That's good.
I let him rant, and I'm like, I don't give a shit if people love it. They can love it all they want. I don't. And I'm not your market, right? Like, I'm not.
Yeah. I bet he does well in Burlington with that, because Burlington seems to be more of a fit community.
His root beer is amazing, yeah. It was just a Nickelbrook gluten-free. But me and John have been very, like, I still talk to him now. We text each other all the time. And he's a good guy. John has always been good to me. I've been good to John. Brian, the guy that owns Cameron's. A lot of people don't like Cameron's because they've kept a fairly standard core lineup. I'm good friends with him. He's a great guy too. Ken, who used to own Black Oak, which is now owned by Silversmith. Ken was a polarizing figure. You either liked the guy or you hated him. I loved him. He was a great guy. I would tell him sometimes his beer fucking sucked. He still loved me because I was being honest with him, and I didn't care. I'm like, this beer is amazing. I'll buy this every time I come in here. And every time I came in, I'd buy a 6-pack of his Nut Brown. This beer fucking sucks, Ken. I want nothing to do with it, right? Like, it is what it is. And, I mean, I think that's the difference is a lot of guys that do this and a lot of guys that have decided that they are influencers are there to try and get all their beer for free. And I'm there to support the people and explain what I like and what I don't like. And that's who I am.
So, Chad, I've just posted a link in the chat. You and Brian can click on it. If you guys want to know the best beer I've ever had by a country mile, then click on that link.
In the private chat? No, I don't have a link from you, sir.
I'll be in the YouTube chat.
It's up there. It's in the YouTube chat.
Oh, see, it won't post your thing here in this thing.
Okay, so how do I send you the link?
I will be able to see it afterwards, but I won't be able to see it here.
Okay, so can you just get your phone out, and I'll tell you what to type in.
Okay.
Because before you die, you have to have this. Like I've had 1,000 beers in Australia, 1,000 beers in America, 1,000 beers in Canada, and this is the king of them all, bar none.
Okay, what do I have to look up?
So, Chad, Google. It's a Quebecois beer, so it's going to be French. So the brewery is Le Ellie space True Trou.
De Diable, I'm guessing.
Yep. And the beer is La LA space Betus. BUTEUSE. And that, gentlemen, is the greatest beer. Get it? I've asked my wife because
Can you spell that out again for me?
Yep.
I got the
Belgian.
So the beer is La LA space BUT.
Oh, hold on. BUT
EUSE.
Okay, so on my Untapped, I'm looking at 8.6 thousand people have given it a rating, and it's a 3.9 out of 5 overall. 24 people I know have given it a rating, and it's a 3.84 out of 5 overall. And I'm just quickly scanning to see the type of people that have tried it, right? Because that tells me whether or not I trust any of their opinions.
Sure.
So what makes you decide if you trust them or not?
Because I can look at the other things they like and don't like, and I can decide if our tastes align, right? Because that's the thing. I can say, I love this beer, and you might not, but you don't love it because your tastes don't align with mine, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like I see one guy here is giving it a 4.25 out of 5, and me and him usually agree on what we like and don't like. So and then the next one is another person I usually agree with, and she's given it a 4.5. Then there's a guy that's married to somebody that we used to work with, Brian, and he gave it a 4, but the beers he likes are usually the same. He is a cop. That might help you figure out who he is. Or it might not.
No, not really.
Then there's another guy that I don't usually agree with. He's given it a 1.
Yeah, Chad, I want you to figure out a way to get hold of this beer, because this to me is the complexity of flavor married with the drinkability, married with the high alcohol content to give it that body and depth. It's just a beer which marries every component you could want in a beer.
So from the pictures I'm seeing there, Malty, I would agree with you. It looks a lot like a Duvel or a Delirium.
It's so much better. It's so much better. It's like that. Those beers are the macros, and this is the craft version of those macros. It's just levels up. And gents, just do me one favor before we all pass away. Just try this bloody beer, because it is It honestly, it is. It's as cute as that kitten.
She's not a kitten. She's one and a bit.
Is she a Russian blue?
She shouldn't be, but she seems to be by size and everything else.
Just that gray coloring looks like a Russian blue.
You a good girl? Yeah, you are. Hey? Okay, I'll let you go play with your puppy friends.
But gents,
Yeah, so I have like two of the biggest dogs you can imagine, and then this tiny little kitten.
Gents, please try this beer. Please, 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 please try and find Google.
I'll see if I can get Guy to get me a bottle or a can.
Yeah, I mean, mate,
he's in Quebec, so
honestly, it is the best beer I've ever had, ever, and I've had a bunch. Yeah, but Chad's raking in all this ad revenue. This is how he's going to put a new wing on the house.
I actually have. I'm sorry, Malty. I don't rake in shit. Two, I don't even know why they started showing up on here, because they never showed up before, and all of a sudden they just started doing it. And like on Streamline, I can't find StreamYard. Sorry, I can't find why they're showing up. But they are, and I don't know what's going on. I am YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's gotten fucked lately.
Hey, if they're still sending some pennies your way, might as well accept it.
What are you?
When you come back, do you come back where you left off, or has the conversations disappeared?
Keeps going.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I don't know why they would do that. Like, you would think if they threw the ad in, that they would just start you off slightly behind.
No, that's what I've noticed when I've seen it on my end when I've been watching through the phone.
My last beer of the night is this one here. It is the Go Go Goza from Rebellion and Racker R.
Read that whole can to us. There's lots of writing, Chad.
Listen, Tangled. You're Tangled, aren't you?
It tastes like salt and water. Chad is drinking salty water.
So I'm gonna bring this up, right? We've had a bunch of beers tonight, so let me grab these cans, because I have a viewer that has watched me for about as long as you have there, Jules, and every video I get I miss your old times when you used to read all the can and this and that, and I'm like, do you look at cans nowadays? There's not much information on the can nowadays.
Oh, there's not.
No, like, so here's Checkmate Pilsner, right? Bang. Just tells you the ABV and stuff. Guess what? I fucking read that to you, motherfucker. Here's Daub. Boom. There's nothing on it. It's the fucking ABV and shit, motherfucker. Here's Approach Amber. Okay, there's a little bit of a thing here that I could read to you, but that's it. Unless I want to read you the copyright shit, because Banded Peak is owned by a big brewer. Pile of Bones. This is what they have. So that takes me all of 10 seconds, but I'm blind and can't fucking read that color profile, and nobody's here to review the beers with me. So let's put that over there. Here's another Paddockwood beer. Bang, that's all the information on it. Go to fucking hell. Like,
Chad, you're going to give yourself a heart attack, and you're going to ruin the fucking show, okay? All right, Brian, what do you bring to the table? Put that tea shit down. Put the tea down. Throw it in the bin. You're going across, Brian.
We're gonna watch an episode in a second there, honey. I'm just gonna finish this beer.
Brian, do not
Maybe
drink that
15
tea.
minutes.
Don't do it. Cross.
I'm going to show you this then, Jules, because you might not like this since you're getting mad at him for that. This is something I bought. This is something I bought to review. Pabst Blue Ribbon lemonade.
Oh,
I
why
have one
do
of
you
those.
do this, Chad? Why do you?
Should I get mine out?
You're only hurting yourself,
No,
Chad.
not tonight. But if you have one of these, we should do a dual review. Which one do you have?
You're only hurting yourself, Chance. You're only hurting yourself.
Oh, I know I'm hurting myself ingesting this one.
I've got this one.
Is it the all yellow one?
No,
I think I have that one too. Give me 1 second. Because
Sure.
if I have that one too, we have to do a dual review when I do it. We'll make a time. Let me get my wife's eggs out of here so I can see what I got.
They're actually fucking good.
This one? Is this the one you have?
Yep, Chad. Yep, correct.
Okay, we're doing a dual review one day this week if you
Sounds
want.
good.
Okay. I'm not going to touch that one then.
All right. I didn't know that both of you were gay, which is nice to know.
They are amazing on hot summer days.
I've never had them, but my buddy Chris, who used to do the interview with a rhino, which I wish we could get going again, because they were good episodes. He showed me the first one, and then I was at the co-op liquor store with my wife a few days ago, and I saw them there, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to get one of these.
Yeah. So I've had one of these ones already. So have you had the Twisted Teas before, Chad?
I've had Twisted Teas, yes, a long time ago, but
terrible.
So this is very similar, but since it's 5.9, you actually notice the alcohol, whereas the Twisted Teas, you don't. So you can get liquored up on those and be in a bad spot.
So what you're saying is they're a very, very dangerous drink.
The Twisted Teas are. These are less dangerous because you actually notice it.
Okay. Oh, Multi wanted you to drink the McKinnon. No, I don't go to the beach.
Could you imagine Chad at the beach?
Man, we had a sale like what you would have seen today if you had gone to that place in St. Catharines. And I went outside a few times to check on them, and I'm fucking burnt. Like, they're like, why don't you ever take the head on this stuff? You'd be good out here. And I go, because I will die.
What's the average temperature you guys have had in the past week or so?
Saskatchewan is a weird province where it's the only province in Canada where the temperature can fluctuate by over 100 degrees throughout the year. Because we can go from 50 degrees to negative 50 degrees.
Wow. So what are you guys
today was like 37.
Sorry.
I said today was 37.
Oh, it was 37, so it was hot as shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was humid. I thought I was living in Ontario again. Like I was in the warehouse just dripping, and I'm like, my boots are wet. And they're like, from what? I'm like, from my bag sweat. And
how are they dealing with it since they've never experienced humidity?
Oh, they hate it, man. I had one guy go, I have to go sit in front of the Red Bull cooler, Chad. And I'm like, okay, have fun.
So McKinnon Brothers Brewing Company.
Yep.
Crosscut Canadian Ale.
Anyway, for your read this, Chad. The official beer of the Beaver Flat 50 and Resor 50. A collaboration between Rebellion Brewing Company and Rafter R Brewing Company for Prairie Sky Running Company and Prairie Harriers. Refresh and recharge with our Go Go Goza, a slightly sour wheat beer infused with salt, coriander, and electrolytes, bursting with bright lemon and orange flavors, and a soft, creamy finish. It's the perfect post-run reward on sunny day or Sunny Day Companion. 4.5% alcohol by volume. So basically, if you did one of the Saskatchewan marathons, this was what you got at the end of the marathon.
Brian, I like the color of your beer, mate. I like the color. Look at that, Chad. Have a look at that. That looks like
Crosscut is a nice beer.
it looks like a good beer.
So, funny enough, looking through the monitor, it matches the can.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But here in person, not as much.
Not as much. Okay.
But it's close. But
Yeah.
it's closer looking at the camera.
You'll see
Right,
what this looks like
got a
when you see the
beautiful color,
review.
mate. It's much better than Chad's shit beer.
Is yours green, Chad?
I can't remember. I reviewed it a few days ago.
Yeah, Chad is basically drinking farm water, and you're drinking an actual beer. Chad has zero taste in beers, as we now
So where's
discover.
yours from, Chad?
Mine is from Rebellion Brewing Company here in Regina, Saskatchewan.
Ooh.
In the hood. You have to go
In
into
the
the
hood.
hood. The ghetto.
Which is based in the sewer, because that's where ghosts are made.
4 blocks away.
Actually, this one's about a 25-minute walk from here if I was to walk. I'd have to go up. I'd have to go north by about 8 or 9 blocks, and then go west 3 blocks, and I'd be there.
Okay.
And I'd pass the McDonald's where people get stabbed all the time to get there.
That's like that Harvey's in downtown Toronto.
When I went to that McDonald's once because I got out of my first aid course early, and I was waiting for my wife, I walked down the street, and I passed 2 people shitting in boxes. I passed a third guy who was like talking to a wall. And when I got into the McDonald's, I sat in I did the I'm a survivalist sit. I sat in a place where there was nobody that could come up from behind me. I could see where everyone was.
Yeah, isn't multiculturalism awesome? All right, Brian, give us your breakdown. Chad, we know your beer's gonna be shit because it's a ghost, and all ghosts are shit. It's gonna taste like salt and water.
No, it has some orange flavors and some coriander and some sour.
Coriander
and some
sucks,
salt.
Chad. Coriander sucks.
I don't mind coriander. but
No,
again,
it's fucking terrible. It tastes like perfume. It's just like you're drinking a bottle of perfume.
But I'm going to write in the comments.
All right,
So-
Brian.
Down here on the can, this area here, it states Farmers Brewers perfecting the ingredients since 1784.
They rejected my comment.
All right, Chad's having his own moment. Brian, just ignore Chad and carry on.
No, just Multi got to say fuck, but YouTube blocked my comment.
Really?
I'm going to try it in different wording and see.
So, I don't know. This is interesting. This is also my 5th beer.
Blocked it
now.
again!
Wow. They don't like the F word?
No, I'm not even using the F word. That's the worst part.
All right, Brian, tell us about your beer, please, for the love of God. Chad, shut the fuck up. Okay, Chad's not going to shut the fuck up.
Okay. I'm gonna. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead. I'm gonna try and write it in a.
Brian,
Okay.
all right, can we send emergency services to wherever Chad lives?
Yeah.
right now, Chad's in his own world.
So
I'm listening. I'm just trying to find out how I can write this without them blocking me. They've blocked every spelling.
So on the back of the can, it says, "Bound by brotherhood, brewed by tradition. Our ancestors settled in Upper Canada in 1784, and through the generations built a thriving farm. We are the 8th generation farming that parcel of land, and we're continuing the family tradition with a farm-based brewery. We select ingredients from our farm for each style of beer we brew, striving to create unique recipes that are with the taste of rural Canada. Our cross-cut Canadian ale is a refreshingly simple golden beer, a historical style reimagined by our brewmaster." Sounds pretty good.
And what sort of rating would you give it?
What do I think of it? Well, It's my 5th beer in 2 hours. I'm feeling pretty good. So, usually 3 puts me to sleep.
And Brian, we've seen you sleeping here on the show.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Several times.
There's you and a bag of chips, and then there's this.
Yep. Yeah.
I figured it out.
And as soon as we stop to see, like, the arm doesn't go into the chips, and the arm just sinks, and then the head goes down, and we know we'll give Brian like a half an hour. Yeah.
Most times when I'm falling asleep, it's because I'd worked that morning, so I was up I was like 22, 23 hours wide awake. I was off yesterday, so
mate, you're all good. You're all good, man. We all understand. We've all been there, bro. All been there, except Chad, who's
Chad's been there. He understands. You just got to come online with us, buddy. Even if you wear a mask.
I mean, when Lee used to join us from Hoogley's Beer Reviews, there was a time where he was caught sleeping on camera, and he was so angry that we didn't kick him out of the chat.
No. Why would you kick him out? That's great footage. That's fantastic. We're not going to let you off. If you pass out, that's fucking gold.
I mean, when I've had my puke takes, I've kept it in video.
Sorry, what was that?
When I've had my puke takes, I've kept it in video.
When you've had your what?
Puke takes.
Yeah. No, I love some of your Chad. Some of your favorite. What introduced me to you was when I first moved to Canada, and I was sort of like looking online. I was googling like beer, because I'm a beer guy, like googling beer reviews and stuff like that. And then they're like, "Oh, these Canadian beer reviews," and I'm like, "Okay." And there's this blonde guy who in his basement, and he was in Ontario, and he had this basement full of, there was a bar up one end, and there were lots of people there on a Friday night, and that was to me the quintessential Canadian experience, and that's why I sort of followed you, was because you sort of showed me what life was like for the average Canadian guy. And because basements, we don't have basements, but back in Australia, basements just don't exist. And so,
look, I'm in a basement again.
Yeah, mate. And in Canada, you live half your life. You live 6-7 months in a basement. And a couple of my favorite videos of yours were they had throw up warnings. They were like, you guys were doing like every minute or something, you had to do a shot.
Oh, the Century Club, and we were whipping each other in the face with the fucking pepperettes.
Yeah. And I always remember that video. It was like, and I thought it was such a stupid thing because it's just beer. But if you do the math and you do like one shot every minute or whatever, you're drinking like 6 pints an hour for
And
like.
it's not that the pints are a lot. Like I've had the same amount tonight. It's that you do it in such a time period that your liver can't catch up.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my liver's been trying to catch up for about 25 years.
Why we dig them in the warm weather.
So the part of the Saskatchewan thing that we found is that they like to pour foundations in the winter. And we're like, what are you doing? Like my wife was taking pictures of them pouring foundations and like pumping hot water into the ground and stuff in like January, and she's like, what are they doing? And I go, making sure that their houses fall apart. Like
yeah, that's great. How does concrete set without cracking in cold? Or either the concrete's going to set very tight, and when it warms up it's just going to expand and crack.
Yep. So actually, let's see if I can find. So my in-laws want to move to Saskatchewan. They want to move to Regina, and they sent us a house that they wanted us to go and look at. And we're like, okay. And we went, and from the street, I said, this isn't the house for them. And we started walking up, and I was like, yeah, this is not the house for them. And the reason was you could see like the cracks along the corner and stuff, and you could see like cement slabs falling and shit. And I'm like, this is going to be such an underpinning nightmare. But we decided because of the joke about me looking at houses and finding all the random bullshit that I find, like toilets in the middle of rooms and stuff. We decided to look. So we walked into the garage, and like that doesn't look horrible. I don't know if you guys can see it. It doesn't look horrible. It's a crack down the center. However, I decided to get closer. So,
oh my God.
And then it's like a sinkhole.
Oh my God.
And then you can see outside.
Jeez.
And then you get in the house, and it's no better because that's the roof. Like the whole house is dropped.
Was there like a 9.8 earthquake in Saskatchewan, which everybody missed?
No. They had water that had at some point just poured in the walls.
Wow. Have a look at that.
So I'm sending these pictures to my in-laws, and they're like, what is this? I go, this is the house you wanted us to look at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have thought Saskatchewan would be a relatively environmentally stable sort of environment.
The problem with,
or is it just
okay? So here in Regina is built on clay, so there's a lot of weight that pushes into your walls in the winter, right? Because as the earth solidifies with water right before winter, and then it freezes, it pushes in. So there's a lot of cracking and shifting. Our house is 100 years old. I have a 1.5 degree drop.
Chad, is your house? What is it made of? Is it brick? Is it wood? Is it?
Well, the inside it's wood, but our basement is a cement slab and cement walls.
Right, gotcha.
However, so we have shifted. We're going to shift. We're on clay. We have a one degree shift. So from the front of the house to the back of the house, it's dropped by a degree. Okay. In Regina, they don't care until you hit at least 10.
Jesus.
So we're huge, right? We're great for a 100-year-old house.
Yeah.
This was a 50-year-old house, but it was built on swampland instead of clay. So it has just dropped. Like there is sinkholes below shit. And I'm like, yeah, you are looking at the part of the city that is swamp. You're going to be paying like $100,000 to underpin this house.
Yeah.
And then the next house they sent us, because they're afraid of our area, because they figure our area is really rough. We are ghetto adjacent, so we are a couple blocks away from the ghetto. So some of the stuff that happens in the ghetto spews out, right? Like you have, like there's a homeless person sleeping in the bush of my neighbor's house right now.
Right. Yeah, righto. Yeah.
Every day I'm slowly weed whacking closer and closer to the bush to make them go away.
Yeah.
It's not like I feel bad for you, but no, you're not sleeping in the bush outside my garage. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So, but they're afraid of our area. And then they sent us a house to go look at for them that is in the fucking ghetto. Like you cross the street and you're at the fucking stadium that Rough Riders play at. I'm like, not to scare you or anything, but I've asked 20 people that work with me, and 19 of the 20 have said there is no chance in hell they would touch that house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you are exactly 30 feet away from the actual ghetto.
Yeah.
And you're afraid of my area.
Mm. What's mate? What are your? I mean, you've got to get out of where you are and move to a nicer area.
There's no nicer area in Saskatchewan, man. You have crime everywhere.
Really?
It's what's going to happen, right? It's what you will accept and what you understand. It's just like any big city. There's crime everywhere in every big city. The problem is that here it's very gang related, and it's things like the native syndicate and it's indigenous gangs for the most part.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it has nothing to do with you. If anything happens to you, it's collateral damage type of thing.
Yeah.
And we haven't had many problems. We've had a few people try to break into the house. Our giant dogs scare them away. Fairly quickly. Like I have video of a guy trying to get into my house at the front door, and then he notices the 150-ish pound dog, and he's like, "Yeah, nope," and he runs away. Right? Like,
yeah,
that's just
because
one dog.
And that was one of the 3 at the time that we had. And it's crime of opportunity, right? Like, keep your doors locked. And I said that to my in-laws. I'm like, keep your doors locked. You're fine. Well, we don't like to lock our doors. I go, well, you're in Regina. You don't like to lock your doors. Expect somebody to be in your fucking bed waiting for you. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Lock your fucking doors. It's crimes of opportunity. That's what happens here.
Yeah.
Shoplifting is the big one. Shoplifting is the biggest one. That's the biggest one you have to worry about. Do you have a house that is a store? No. Lock your doors. You're fine. Lock your doors. Have a crazy dog. Your son has a crazy dog. You're okay. Like it's that type of stuff, right? Like just stop. You're in a city now. Like you've always lived in the country. You lived in a place that had as much crime as here. Your garage was broken into several times. Like when you lived in Welland. Welland has as much crime as here. It's just what it is. It's that you try not to be in the actual area where a lot of it happens. And you do the little bits of things you have to do to protect your property, and you're good.
Yeah, that's it's just sad, man, because most of Canada is not like that. Like I've got family in BC. I lived in Ontario for 12 years, and one of the rules was when I noticed one of the small things. There are a couple of small things between. Difference between Canada and the US is when we came down here, we were told lock your doors all the time, which is in Canada. I mean, we lived in Toronto and we'd never lock our doors. Like you would if you were going away for like 12 hours or, you were leaving to go for work, you would just leave your fucking door open or whatever. But, if you'd leave your door open if you went down for 10 minutes to go somewhere else or for half an hour. And one of the things which, when we moved to the States, we were told just keep your doors locked at all times, even when you're home, blah, blah, blah. So there are two differences between Canada and the US that I've noticed is people lock their doors here in the States all the time. They don't in Canada. And the second thing is that in America, nobody's ever seen a fucking kettle. Whereas in Canada, you have a kettle. You boil water, you make tea. But in the States, nobody drinks tea. So nobody owns a kettle. So they're the two differences I've noticed between the States and Canada is people lock their doors fucking all the time here. And that makes me sad to hear you say that, you have to do that where you are, Chad. It's sad.
When I lived in Niagara, it was the same thing. I had to. Like, I was in a spot in Niagara where if I didn't, my house was being broken into. But it was one of those things where they would go and they would just test your door. Like, I have a camera that lets me know when anyone's coming up my walk, right? Like, they come up, they test the door, they turn around, they walk away. I've even had, 15-year-old kids try to get in. I'm like, you would have been so surprised if the door was unlocked and you walked into those dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I got to go watch some 90 Day Fiance. So,
all right, dude. It was great to see you again, mate. Have a good week, and listen. Just have you your phone there?
Yep.
Right. Just punch in. I'll give you my phone number so you can text.
I have your phone number.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you read it to me? Because I don't think.
Let me go offline first.
Sure.
I do protect